You're listening to Edge Radio TV. The views and opinions expressed in this program are that of the hosts or guests, and not the Edge Radio Network or its advertisers or affiliates.
Welcome to the Wealth and Legacy Show. I'm your host, Ezra Spear. My co-host, Marsha Sung. How you doing today?
Good. How are you guys?
Doing great. We have an exciting show for you today. We're going to talk about cash flow management. And I know a lot of people, when they get paid, typically the day before or that morning of, they get that sticky pad, right? They write down all their bills, everything they got going out to check that week. They get the mortgage, rent, credit card payments. And then they on their hope and prayer after that weekend, they hope they have some money left over. And a lot of people now, they got to cash out somebody on Monday so they can have some money on Tuesday when all the checks clear. And so I want to really, it's funny, we've all been there. So Marsha, I know you got a story that you could tell that we all got started on a sticky pad in our first line of budgeting. And that's not how you're supposed to be.
Don't you love this? He's already throwing me under the bus. It was, you know, when you're in your early 20s and you're stupid, and I remember it was a sticky pad budget. You know, you had all your expenses laid out. And then, of course, I think that weekend I took a trip with friends. I had extra money. And then a couple weeks later, I had one of the scenarios where my computer just died. And of course, checked my account. Hey, I had enough, and it was more than I expected, actually. I was surprised. Like, well, maybe I just budgeted really well. Purchased in full. A week later, the bank got back to me, overdraft, right? And I'm like, what happened? What did I do wrong? I didn't realize that one of the checks a month ago never cleared. It went in limbo. Some between the bank and the retailer. So here I went, spent money thinking, okay, I need to replace the computer, bought it, and bam. So yeah, I was a victim of that.
What started out being a good weekend ended up being a sad Monday morning.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I understand, because a lot of times when people talk about like budgeting and I'm gonna budget my money and I want to go out and have a good time, because typically when I talk to people, they always budget their bills, right? What they owe. And I tell people, when you get that sticky pad out, you're a professional bill payer. That's all you're doing. You're paying your bills. And the first person that you most paid that's not on that list is yourself. You put everything down, your rent, car notes, but you end up in a situation where you don't take out for going out to eat. Because we all know we go out to eat. You don't take out if you're single, you go on a date. And guys, I'm a guy, so I'm gonna tell you from a first-hand experience, women are expensive. So you might think, okay, I got a new date coming out. Okay, it's gonna be that expensive, $100, $200, I'm good. No, you get that bill for $500 because you ordering dessert and drinks. So it's a different ballgame, different world. So a lot of times when we are budgeting, we must budget that extra, because you don't want to be like, baby, can you cover this bill real quick? So I don't have enough to cover it. Then you know what happens? It's called credit card. And that's when the credit card debt starts to pile up, because you really look at the situation that, okay, I still need to survive. I deserve a good time. I put in 40 hours a week, but then I don't have it calculated the right way. Hence, side hustle. So we have all these different side hustles now, and people are basically using that money to offset their habits or their enjoyment. So it's really one of those things that we want to break down and show you guys through the course of all of our shows of really how to manage money more effectively, and really get in there and really put a proper budget in place, and then at the same time know how to really manage your cash flow so you can actually see your money, because you don't want to be a professional bill payer your entire life. And especially with I always use age discrimination in the workplace. People wonder, they sit there for 30 years thinking they got it made, I'm gonna retire, But then they hit a certain age bracket, and here comes that replacement. You're training somebody half your age to basically replace your job, and you've been a professional bill payer your entire career in that situation where the job is going to take care of me, right? And it doesn't work that way. So I know you got some friends that, we all have people that had experience, right? And so I really want to take time out to really show people how to lay it out the right way, but then I want to give them tools or tricks, because some people, when they start saving money, they want to save like $100, right? $200, right? But that $200 can go a long way. Me and my wife, we started saving money about 5 years ago. And I was telling her, I had a client I went to go see, they were saving $600 $600 a month. I'm like, how y'all do that? How do they really do it? They had no children. I have children, so it's a difference. But I'm like, I went home to my wife and was like, baby, we gotta start saving some money. So what we did was this. She got mad at me. I said, I'm gonna start saving $100 per paycheck. And she said, I'm glad that you saving money now. You want to save money, but she said, that's too much. I'm like, babe, we want to eat every Friday night with the family. That's $100 a pop. And so what we did was we saved $100 a paycheck. We got paid 6 times a month in our house that time. That was $600 for the month. Take that times what? 12 months, $7,200. Take that times 10 years, that's $72,000. Fast forward, my AC went out, and guess what happened? It was $8,000. Told my, it wasn't. My wife was mad. We got put on credit cards, and I was like, remember when I told you I'm gonna save $100? I started doing that like 6-7 months ago. We only put on credit card. The money I saved covered the AC unit, and then I was a hero.
Zero to hero.
Yeah, exactly. I went from zero to hero. She loved me. Like, baby, you smart. I'm like, yeah, I know. I got this. So then she looked at me way differently. Then, and she never I caught her. My brother-in-law called. You need to talk to Ezra. He's really intelligent. He knows his stuff. She never told me that in my face. I had to hear it, her talking to her brother-in-law.
Well, my brother-in-law. Women.
Why is that? Tell me why is that? Why can't I get the shout out in my just tell me. But nope, I got it. It just went third party. But yeah, so it was one of those funny aha moments that I tell people, like, a lot of people don't have $1,000 saved, right? They don't. And if you want to save $1,000, $50 a paycheck every 2 weeks. By the end of the year, you get your $1,000, and that's gas. It's really a built-in gas. You're good to go. One meal every 2 weeks. Make that sacrifice, and there you go. Your first $1,000 saved. So I really wanted to. Those are just little small things that you can do to really take it to the next level. Now I want to show you guys on the next segment we have coming up what a budget should look like, and I also want to have a special giveaway. I'm gonna give away at the end of this show. So I want you to stay in tune to show how to enter to win that giveaway. You're watching the Wealth and Legacy Show. I'm Ezra Spears, Marsha Song.
Hey y'all, I'm Robin B.
And I'm Dr. Kiva.
And we just want to know
How you living?
Join us every Monday
At noon Central Standard Time.
here on Edge Radio TV. Take care.
When people stop talking to each other, society is on the edge. Let's bring them back. Edge Radio, because truth still matters.
Welcome back to the Wealth and Legacy Show. I'm your host, Ezra Spear, my co-host, Marsha Song. And we talked about in the last segment what the sticky pad budget looks like. Most of you guys are used to the sticky pad when you first get off work, but now I want to show you what a budget's supposed to look like and help you really navigate through putting together your proper budget. What I'm showing you now is an Excel spreadsheet. So Excel's in any default in most computers. You go in there, they have budget templates. It's easy to go in there, just type out all your line items on your bills, your pay dates of when they're due, how much you owe, and your revolving balance. This way you can see your money. A lot of people, they are in situations where they have money coming in, and so they just spend vicariously because they know they have enough, but they could be doing so much more if they're able to actually see the money that they had in reserves left over at the end of each pay period. Quick story, I was doing that savings plan that I told you about before, and it was a great plan, but then I got to a certain dollar amount of maybe, let's say $5,000 in savings. I was doing it on a regular basis. I got comfortable. So I stopped making that transfer, and I stayed at $5,000. I got $5,000 and started spending more money everywhere else. Because I think I'm good.
So it was the spending plan.
It was, because I tell people, some people save for two reasons. For me, my house, I save to save money, right? Know how much money, that's what my budget's for. I can see where I'm spending money at, know how much I can save. My wife, she budgeted to see how much money she can spend.
Hey, it's a budget.
It is. So this is what I have left over, I can go spend. So I'm like, no, we need to save this. And never know what's going to happen. And so it's one of those things that once you get started, keep going. Now, with that being said, we all know one thing we all suffer from them: financial demons. And what I mean by financial demons is those things that we want to do that we shouldn't do. Those things that come up that, you know what, my girlfriend said, let's go hang out. I know I'm trying to save money. Look, I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to do all the above. But we going out to eat. How you going to try to save money and lose weight if you're going out to eat? But it's one of them things, right? So I'm like, so when you budget, I will tell people, write out your financial demons. Exercise those demons.
Now we know that's nobody in this audience, right?
Yeah.
No.
But it's one of those things. Okay, so that's one thing. The other side of it as well is people with children, right? So a lot of parents, they didn't have certain things growing up. So therefore, they go to work and they spend all their discretionary income to provide those opportunities for their children that they didn't have, which is admirable. Applaud them all day long. But when you come down to retirement, you won't be to retire because you spend all your extra income through the course of your working career for your children. And if your child tells you, I don't like doing football, why you keep paying for it? He telling you, I don't like it. But you still paying for it. Like, if you're basketball players, right? I ain't played basketball. I played my guys play ball in high school. Well, guess what? Your son's 5'7". He ain't going to NBA.
Wait a minute. Wait. We got Spud Webb, so let's not go there.
We have that, and I got his jersey in my house. And my Hawks won last. I mean, it was great, right? Great basketball. But if he's not going to go to the NBA, why you put him in basketball camp? He's not going to make it. Give him an instrument. Get him a tutor. Get him something educational to support him there. So really, let's be smart about our spending. Because I mean, like, I know like real stories, and this y'all gonna laugh. I know y'all are. So me and my wife, okay, when Amazon really became a lifestyle, right? So I told my wife, you know, I'm pulling them to the house. I got boxes and boxes coming every single day. I said, you know what? Hey, you know, your Amazon comes to our house more than your mother does to visit. That's a problem.
You should be grateful for that.
That's a problem. So I was like, you know what? I like the social and drink, stuff like that. So I was like, I'll make a deal with you. New Year's, let's go ahead. I will quit drinking if you quit Amazon. We lasted 45 days. We wanted to eat. She started ordering me drinks. I'm looking like, I need you to stop. Don't throw it back on me. I need you to actually stop. We save money. You buying stuff because people buy stuff sometimes. And I grew up in a house where my grandma was like this. They bought stuff to go sell it in the yard sale. Like, why you buying stuff to go sell it in a yard sale? Why you got clothes with tags in them? That doesn't make any sense to me. But that's what they were doing. So I was like, babe, we gotta, rethink this. So I want to, all those things. Have the conversation. Talk to the spouse. Talk when you sit down and budget. Are we gonna budget to spend? Or are you gonna budget to save? These are all conversations that need to go in the household.
Well, when something's 50% off, that is technically saving. So.
Really?
I'm just saying.
Really? No, it is
You're
not.
having your wife here, and we can talk about this.
That's why it's my show. This is my story, not her story. She get her own show.
And I'll have that show with her too. So we'll talk about saving when you are spending.
That's no. It's DIY that had that building stuff done, not DI shop. There's no S. Okay, so we want let's not go at all. Now, let's limit it. I'm gonna be mean, let's limit it. Now, with that same thing being said, so my grandmother moved in with me several years ago, right? And I was trying to encourage her to walk through the neighborhood. She didn't want to do that. Guess where she wanted to go walk? Yes. I'll give you a hint.
Anyone want to guess?
The mall. The mall. You are absolutely right. That is not exercise.
Have you tried power walking in the mall? Come on now.
No, it is not. It is not exercise because it's temptation.
Those tiles
It's
are hard
temptation.
on the feet.
It's like, okay, if you're an alcoholic, you can't go to the bar. You're gonna want to drink, and then you want to stop. And like even, and I'm gonna be nice with this one. I want to say this nicely as I possibly can. When you go to the grocery store or any store, walking up and down the aisles again is not exercise, right? And it's like we will have some downtime in my household. I might go to the store. We make a grocery list, right? You make a grocery list. You stay to your grocery list. If you want to start walking up and down the aisles in the grocery store, guess what? More things go into your basket.
Well, those stores are so clever. They always put the one thing you don't need at the front of the register. Always. And they always have everything within reach of your children. Do you notice that? Like shopping carts are designed for kids to be able to pick things up.
No, I agree.
It's amazing.
Yeah, like you have a whole candy aisle, right? But then you go to cash out window, and then you have all the candy right there.
Exactly. You don't see kids reaching for watermelon or bags of potatoes, right? It doesn't happen in the produce aisle. But once you get to the checkout, all of a sudden, boxes and bags.
Yep, all of the above. And so, I mean, I keep it's okay. Like the magazine aisle, they had the magazine. Sometimes you have a long line, so you pick a magazine up and you're reading it. But the magazine like $4 to $8, and you just go online and read the same magazine. But yet you put it down and you don't read it. I'm like, it's interesting reading. No, it's not. It's $8 wasted.
People want to know what's happening in Hollywood.
It's not your life though. That's not your life. It's not going to help you get your life better. So why are you reading that? Because it's not going to help you. It's not helpful tips on, except for the fitness one. But you know, the fitness one, guess where you got to go? To the gym. You got to go exercise. So you reading the magazine, talk about how to exercise, well, the first step should be go to the gym. And if you sit there long enough, you might get on a treadmill. You might not, but you got to at least be in the environment to lose the weight. You can't say I want to lose weight or save money if you don't put yourself in the environment, as the ecosystem. Let's use a big word, ecosystem. The ecosystem to cultivate what your outcome you want the outcome to be. So it's those things that, I mean, we're joking about it, but and financial demons are real. We all have them, but I want to make sure that we address them because those things are those unknowns, right? And I tell people even when you're dating, right? Let's talk about those financial demons. What you like doing? What don't you want to do?
You know, you're treading in very sensitive territory now. I know people are listening going, oh, he's not talking about me.
No, I don't. Look, I'm trying to help people. They say the divorce rate is all-time high. So I'm trying to help you before you get there.
Divorce rate, everything.
Exactly, across the board. Let's give them a positive outlook. Give them prepared to go into the conversation. Because it's kind of rude, like, I'm going to date somebody, and what's your credit score? You can't do that.
Well, no, I don't know.
But it's
some sites where people go in, like been verified and things like that, and they'll do a background checks. Yeah,
it's there. But I'm just trying to help people. If you qualify first, you know how to read between those profiles, because social media, it has good points and it has bad points. When you're looking at dating, it doesn't really give you full picture. You got people who are popping themselves up on the beach somewhere they've never been. So you got to pay attention to all those budgets, the money that you think that they have that they really don't. All this stuff is real. Now, we're about to wind down, but I want to, again, remind everybody, we're going to have a nice giveaway, and we're going to have a special guest that we're going to talk to that's really going to help tie everything we mentioned together to really show you where they are in their business, as well as some of the adjustments and things that they went through to get to where they are today. Again, my name is Ezra Spear. Marshall Song, you're watching the Wealth and Legacy Show.
We work our whole lives to support our families. With one accident or illness, it can all be gone in an instant. Now there's a smart, affordable way to protect your family. Go to findhealthbenefits.com and discover low-cost life insurance for as little as $2 per month. Add to that a tax-deferred annuity that can help you protect your assets and grow your money for retirement. Learn more. Go to findhealthbenefits.com or call 877-235-6094. A critical illness can strike without warning and wipe out your life savings. In fact, it's the #1 reason for bankruptcy. Find Health Benefits offers an affordable solution. Get up to $50,000 if you get cancer, stroke, or a heart attack, giving you the peace of mind to focus on getting better while the plan helps you to pay your bills and medical expenses. Learn more. Go to findhealthbenefits.com or call 877-235-6094. 66% of seniors spend more time shopping for cable TV than Medicare plans. Most say because it's just too confusing. Laws change every year. The wrong plan could cost you thousands and prevent you from seeing the doctors you want. Introducing FindHealthBenefits.com. Save time, save money, see specialists without referrals. Go to FindHealthBenefits.com or call 877-235-6094 for this informative brochure.
Society is on the edge. Let's bring them back. Edge Radio, because truth still matters.
The Natural Nation Network is really about taking control of your health physically, spiritually, emotionally, even intellectually, because there's so much out there in misinformation. There's a lot of people now that are suffering from all sorts of diseases that they really wouldn't have to suffer for if they had better information. And that's what we're here to do. Provide information that can save lives.
The mind and the body are totally connected.
Health can be really serious, and sometimes we just have to lighten it up a little bit while we're still providing substantive information.
And my sort of mantra on the salsa dance floor is kind of similar. I tell somebody, if you make a mistake twice, it becomes a move. Okay.
Tune into Natural Nation every Tuesday at 11 a.m.
Are you a small business owner concerned about the downturn in the economy? Top business leaders like Mattress Mac and Warren Buffett will tell you that now is the time to promote your business more than ever. People need your services. Your business needs an edge. Learn about special advertising packages for small businesses right here on Edge Radio. Find out more, give us a call at 281-744-0446. That's 281-744-0446. Edge, because truth still matters.
Welcome back to the Wealth and Legacy Show. Again, I'm your host, Ezra Steele with Marcia Song. We have a special guest here, Mad About Cupcakes. Mad About Cupcakes, and they're a family-owned business that specializes in cupcakes. So I want to turn the mic over to you, Mr. Walter, and give us a little bit of about your background and how you got there started.
Well, Cupcake is Maddie About Cakes, and we started a couple years ago. Madison, our daughter, is after that business named after our daughter, our oldest daughter. She was cooking for grandma, and she always watched the Food Channel Network and things of that nature. And one day, I was going to work for a meeting, and she ran outside. Don't forget to tell your coworkers about cupcakes. I'm like, yeah, okay, go get in the house, okay, yeah, sure. And I got to work. You get through your work day, 2 o'clock. I'm like, I didn't say anything, and I can't lie to her when I go home. So I said, all right, let me just send out emails to people. Hey, you want to get some cookies? Just say yes. Just say yes. Don't worry about paying. Just say yes. Just say yes. So I can go home and 300 cupcakes. And we brought it back, and they was like, well, can we order something for this? We were like, yeah, sure. You can order. It's a business. Yeah. And it kind of evolved from there, and then we set up the business, M&M Business Group. Okay. And that's under it now. Other daughter, one of those goals is under that. So that's kind of how it all rolled. About 3 years old, but that's how it all rolled out.
Congratulations. So it was kind of like an accident.
Yes.
That you had a divine accident. Yeah, you had a budding star in your kitchen, didn't even realize it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So with that being said, what was it like, okay, through that transition, okay, so you back up 3 years where you are now, what was that transition like? When did you know, okay, this is real? You had an aha moment, but did you go all in then, or was it a situation where you said, you know what, we got to figure it out how to really scale this thing?
I think it was more so the consistent orders that kept coming in. Initially it was like, okay, we'll bake this for grandma, okay, a few co-workers. But it was like every week we were baking and they just kept coming. And so it was like, okay, this is really, really becoming into something. So we really need to focus more on the business side of this to really, get out there.
Exposure to people, because you have those people, the entrepreneurs to tell you, if this is a hobby, it's a business hobby, actually. Mm-hmm. Well, do you want money? Yes, it's a business. So you got to treat it like a business. Stop treating it like a hobby. If it's a hobby, you don't care about money, Walt. I'm like, well, not using those kind of conversations. Like, okay. But he said, if it's a business, you have to make money. But if it's a hobby, you go when you feel like it. Great. And so that kind of helped transition with the mindset of, what's the legal thing we need to get? What's the insurance stuff we need to get in place? And, what's going to protect us? And, how do we set this up properly? And that's kind of how we kept pursuing. Orders were coming, and we was like, well, we want to do this professionally. How do we change it? And that's kind of how it is.
So you guys mentioned the orders kept coming in consistently. So just give us a real quick run through of how many, you said initially, baking for grandma. How many hours, from here to, was it because you went from, 3-4 hours a day to we're not sleeping?
Yeah. Yes, because there were a lot of times, especially with them being in school and having homework and stuff, I would get in there and get it done, and she would help as she could, but it just...
You were eating cupcakes. You were like...
Yeah, I was kind of tired of seeing cupcakes, but it was just a matter of, we knew the orders were coming in, so we had to devote that time to getting it done. And plus, I was still working, he was still working too. So, we had that 9 to 5 and still having to, bake.
So it was every free time you guys had, weekends, the whole family pitched in.
Yes.
Wow.
What was the sort of sacrifice you all made? I know time was the element. What did y'all get loans get started? What was that? How did that budget cash flow? What did that look like to take you guys to where you are now?
I didn't even laugh. No, it was what we considered. I thought we had excessive income, right?
Yeah.
Went straight there, right? I would love to say we budgeted out. We took from this investment. No. We had to buy it, right? We had to purchase the products. We had to do this. So what are we going to go without, right? Or, okay, well, I won't do this week, or we won't, hey team, we can't do this. But fundamentally, I want to say this because this is so important for us. We did make sacrifices, but we also put non-negotiables in place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we have date nights. We have certain things that are non-negotiable that we realize you have to put in place first. For me, if it's a family-owned business, if I'm saying I'm doing my thing, that's different. If it's a family-owned business, like every time my wife looked at me like, you spend more time working on that business than you talk to me, right? So that couldn't continue to be an issue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So fundamentally, we had to sit back and say, okay, we're going to do this. This is great. We're learning how to say yes. We don't want to turn our business, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do it. Can you just yes? Look up online. How do you do that, right? but we said fundamentally, it's a family. One thing we don't want to see, we don't want to focus on the success financial here and not sacrifice their childhood of other things that's more important. So with us, it was a quick start. Then we had to pump the brakes and kind of say, okay, let's regroup. Mm-hmm. And if our clients can't support that we're not doing all these days or family, they're not our clients. It's okay.
Yeah, that's important. I know any pursuit of happiness, there's some sacrifice there.
Yeah.
But I'm applauding you guys. Y'all still are a family first. Mm-hmm. Business secondary. A lot of people get divorced because you have one spouse and one child are the parent, or they're working all the time, right? And so you might have a stay-at-home mom with the kids, but then the kids really want their spouse is not there, and they don't understand this. They don't understand what that means, and it's so important because it takes two parents.
Right.
Because as a partnership, I'm really happy to see you guys holding it down and really instilling core values that, for whatever reason, is not common practice in our society.
Right.
And so that to me is really a mouthful in its own, because you see so many people, so many family brands. There's a whole bunch of them.
Right.
A lot of your major grocery store chains are family owned.
Right.
But where's us? Where's everybody else? Where's the opportunity? But you see how big it could be.
Right.
And so I really want to take my hats off to you guys.
Yes, definitely. And what really impressed me hearing your guys' story is that you never held her back. Madison, you guys were supportive, even if you thought it was just a hobby, but you guys supported her, you supported each other as well. And I know we'll get to some of the real stuff later. But the fact that, you guys worked together and supported each other instead of just knocking everything down,
With that being, what do you think your kids learn from? What did you try to instill in them? What is your end game?
I think something you said earlier that made me think kind of like, you're willing to do the sacrifices to provide them things that you didn't get growing up, right? So I want to show them what financial freedom should look like. Mm-hmm. And, as he said, I laugh when I talk about it. Money doesn't make you better than anybody else. It just gives you different opportunities.
Right.
So I want to make sure we teach them, hey, this can provide you other opportunities, but please understand, you still can go wash dishes, right? You still can do all these other things. Nothing's miniature. We're making this daily. So I would say to try to attempt to answer that, we want them to take away family first. Mm-hmm. We have 4 F's. We go by family, faith, family, fitness, and finance, and it's in that order for a reason.
I'm liking everything. I got my own little pet peeve. It's not like that, right. But my wife knows on Sundays I like football. So it's God, grilling games. Anything else. But your mantra is better than mine. We're going to conclude here and get back to you guys in a second. Again, you're watching the Wealth and Legacy Show. I'm your host, Ezra Spears. Marsha, stay tuned.
When people stop talking to each other, society is on the edge. Let's bring them back. Edge Radio, because truth still matters.
Aren't you tired of not getting what you want in bed?
Are you ready to spice things up behind those closed doors?
Woo! We're here for you every hump day at 7 p.m.
This is Sex on the Edge with Jen and Hen. I'm Jennifer Reeves.
And I'm Hendrik Scott, and we are professional licensed sex therapists.
So remember to watch us Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Edge Radio TV, just in time for sexy time.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, liftoff.
Don't push me because I'm close to the edge.
I'm trying not to lose my head.
Hey, this is the Talk About Unity show where I bring the talk.
And I bring the unity.
And together we talk about unity. Unity is what matters. Come on. And right now in our country, that's what we've got to do. So we do that here at Talk About Unity on the Edge Radio Network. Be with us every week.
It's going to be awesome. It always is. And I tell you what, the more we seek first to understand, then be understood, we make progress.
And we like to do that. And that's why everybody's on the brink. We love what we do at Edge Radio because everybody's on the edge. We bring them back from the edge and we bring the unity. So we're just glad to Edge Radio Network every Tuesday morning, 10 a.m. Talk about unity because here at Edge Radio Network, truth still matters.
You're back with the Wealth and Legacy Show. I'm your host, Ezra Spears, Marsha Song. We're back talking to the Cupcake family. I'm going to call new name. The Cupcake family. If you want a cupcake, these are your people you want to get one from. And we have your daughter, who is the COO, I understand. You're the boss. The boss in training. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
So I want to ask you, why cupcakes?
Well, because of watching a lot of baking shows, most of the episodes that I've seen were like cupcakes and cakes. And I usually watch like Kids Baking Championship and like Cake Wars.
Yeah.
So I guess cakes and cupcakes are the main things that I saw.
My children will watch the same show, and at first I was like, until now, I'm like, what, we gotta watch this again? But now I know what happened. Right. So I went to my children, let's go forget Pillsbury Doughboy, we're gonna go get homegrown.
Right. Start a business, right?
Exactly. I
Make some money. Well, Madison, tell us a little about yourself. How old are you? Where do you go to school?
I am 13 years old and I go to Cook Middle.
Great.
Now, Miss Madison, have you ever challenged your friends to a cook-off?
A bake-off?
No, not really. Because my friends aren't like really like bakers or anything. They usually like to play games and stuff.
So you don't play games with them? You just...
I do play games.
Oh, you do? Oh, that's well. So,
She brings a prize. It's the cupcakes.
I like that. So tell me, what are you learning as far as being in your own business? What does that mean to you?
Well, I learned that like, and I just went blank.
Is it what part do you like the most? Is it the baking piece of it, or is it the people, the operation side of it? What really?
The baking part of it.
So what I want to know is, how did you decide what flavors to start with?
I had to like look up recipes and like just find some.
What caught your eye the most? What did you like? Because of course you had fun trying them, right?
I would say the one that caught my eye would be the cookies and cream.
Oh, did you bring that for us today?
We may
have to bring them back. We're going to hold her hostage, right?
We didn't bring you this time, but we will. That's the bait. The switch brings us back another time. We'll bring it. Right. That's the bait.
And are there any flavors you're starting to? What other flavors are you playing around with right now that you'd like to do?
Well, I'm thinking about maybe doing like a specific chocolate box of chocolate cupcakes, which is like different types of chocolate bars, like Reese's, M&M's. Oh. We've done Hershey, so add that to the box, and then another chocolate. So.
And how many flavors do you have right now?
I have not counted, but it's got to be at least more than 10.
Right. That's Dad's job, right? He does the counting.
It's about 15.
She runs the oven.
Yes.
That's great. So what did your friends think about your business?
They think I'm doing a pretty great job. One of my friends, she does slime, so she's pretty inspired by me because I'm an entrepreneur.
That's great. Real impressive.
Yeah.
One of the stories she shared was, was it 5th grade or 6th grade when they started? 6th grade when they said, you do cupcake? I think you took some to the teacher or something.
Oh,
and all the kids in class started looking her up on her website. They was like, oh, you really do bake? Oh my goodness, man. So she felt like a celebrity that day. I was like,
she is, really.
You're doing a good job. Right, she came over and told us that was so funny that everybody on there, everyone has computers all around the classroom. Yeah. What's your website? Man, oh my God, man. She told us that we just laughed at home about that.
No, you're a real inspiration. So so what is your personal favorite cupcake?
It would have to be our apple pie one. I really like how that one tastes.
Apple pie?
Yes.
I never even heard of that one. So you need to add that to the list. When this is over with, I'm gonna give you my list of what we want.
Wish list.
Yes. No, it's not wish. It's gonna happen. Like next time we see you, we need to have cupcakes. I'm a chocolate guy, not German chocolate. I'm allergic to nuts or coconuts, but milk chocolate. Double chocolate, triple chocolate, chocolate all day long. Matter of fact, it's a cupcake name. Chocolate all day long.
We're gonna write that down. Yeah. Chocolate all day long. And we have a couple of boxes like The apple pie will be considered our all-American box because there's like carrot cakes in it. There's certain ones like that, carrot cake, a lime.
Then we have our soul food
My
box,
soul food box.
which is our banana pudding, our red velvet, butter pecan, and our sweet potato.
Okay, so that's the soul food box, and then you have the all-American box.
Man, y'all, I'm getting hungry.
It's almost lunchtime.
Yeah. So, a couple of things. One, where can they find your cupcakes? Or where can people go reach out to you, all the above?
Well, we're on social media, of course, Instagram, Facebook, Maddie About Cakes, and actually kicking off tomorrow, we will be featured on the menu as that only dessert vendor at Adore Bar and Grill here in West Gray Street in Houston. So you can look them up online. So starting tomorrow, we will be there, dessert vendor, so you can order desserts there. And every Sunday we're at Irma Rose. It's on honoring Katie.
Okay.
So you can catch us there. We're definitely on social media. We're posting everywhere we go, but traditionally every week you can catch the cupcakes there at the door, or you can get it if you want to meet us personally. Come to Irma Rose on Sundays.
And so your website and how they look you up, just
MaddieAboutCakes.com or Instagram MaddieAboutCakes at MaddieAboutCakes, Facebook at MaddieAboutCakes, Twitter at MaddieAboutCakes. So.
Now let me ask you one question. What is that go-to #1 bestseller y'all have in your cupcakes stash?
It would have to be lemon.
Because why?
Lemon never disappoints.
It never disappoints. It never. That is it. That's how my wife and my daughter have coined that phrase. Our lemon cupcake, it never disappoints.
Wow.
Even if you don't like them, you don't like it.
I don't like lemon, so I
It
gotta
never
try
disappoints.
it.
It never
Is it
disappoints.
more like, how they have like the key lime and was it the
We'll bring it. When we come back, we'll
lemon
bring you
bars?
some.
Is it?
Nope.
Oh, I can't wait.
That's that is the fan favorite. I mean, we like to try. We'll try this one. That's good. We got lemon. Like, yeah, we got lemon. Sure. Here's another one. That's delicious. We should have lemon, all right. Yes, we have lemon.
Yeah. No, that's impressive. I mean, that really is impressive. And I'm glad to see y'all come together. One last question, Maddie. What would be the one thing you learned that you really embraced or was inspired through this process? Because I know you didn't start, you see a bright road ahead of you. So where would you like to be? Where do you see yourself?
I want to see myself with like plenty of vending machines in like hotels and like hospitals and stuff, and like my own shops like around Houston.
Mm-hmm. I like that because you dream big. Some people say, why so much? But you are right on track. You start now, one at a time, you get them all. At 13, you got a long time ahead of you. So you have time to get everything you want to get accomplished done. So I'm really proud of you. Really proud of your parents. They really are there with you guys, showing you what you guys should be doing and really breaking that trend. We're about to wrap up here, but I want to, again, stay tuned. We have a giveaway, going to give away for you guys to help you get your budget headed in the right direction. Again, you're watching the Wealth and Legacy Show. I'm your host, Ezra Spear, my co-host, Ms. Marsha Sohn.
Are you a small business owner concerned about the downturn in the economy? Top business leaders like Mattress Mac and Warren Buffett will tell you that now is the time to promote your business more than ever. People need your services. Your business needs an edge. Learn about special advertising packages for small businesses right here on Edge Radio. Find out more, give us a call at 281-744-0446. That's 281-744-0446. Edge, because truth still matters.
Edge Radio TV is holding auditions for new show hosts. Are you a subject matter expert, professional, influencer, book author, thought leader, or business owner with an educational or motivational platform? Then we want to meet you. Send a link of some of your work to edgeradio20@gmail.com and be sure to put audition in the subject line. Join the Edge Radio TV family. Edge TV, because truth still matters.
Welcome back to the Wealth and Legacy Show. I'm your host, Ezra Spear with Marsha Song. We are back with the other half of our dynamic family we have here. These are the proud owners of Mo Nose Bows. And so I want to talk to you guys about that journey and also let me know why Mo Nose Bows.
Well, Morgan, tell your story.
Well, because when I was little, I always loved wearing ponytails, and I definitely love to wear bows. So we started doing Mo Nose bows and creating them with different products and stuff.
Now, who taught you how to make these bows?
My mom.
Okay, yeah, we did a little research, but actually she has a backstory. When she was in elementary school, which she still is, but in her lower grades, she was picked on a lot because of her skin color and her hair texture. And so, me trying to instill in her that you're beautiful, no matter what your skin color is. And so from that, we would do bows because I always dress my girls up. I just always did. And she just had a love for bows. And so she wanted to start creating them to show other girls, hey, you're beautiful. You can accent with a bow or, just whatever, just to enhance that self-esteem. So
that's an amazing story. That's so inspiring.
And you wear it well. I see the energy coming out. You ready?
Is there a favorite color bow that you have?
I like a lot of colors, but I really love the neons more. The neons and the light ones. Those are my favorites. I don't really like dark colors. I like light colors.
Things that should have a lot of pop and bam.
Yes.
Yeah.
More than dark.
She's got the personality for
She
that.
does. I'm very proud. So tell me, what part of the business is your favorite?
The part of my favorite is for the encouragement for when I sell it out. And for people to be like so proud, like, oh, you sold it out, and I feel like so proud of myself and my mom from us working it, and that's just my favorite part. And from the process of making it, it's just fun just touching the leather and the ribbon of it. It feels really nice.
How long does it take you to make a bow?
It would take like 10 to 15 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
You gotta use glue gun and all the products and stuff like that.
How did you start selling the bows?
Well, we mainly my mom told her like family members because they're all really supportive. And so they started wanting to get some. So we showed them on Zoom. And so they started liking some. So we can't ship it. We can't automatically give it to you because y'all are in a different state or city. So we started shipping some bows out. And that's how it really went really good, and they started posting on Facebook and Instagram and all those social media.
Oh, that's great, and it just grew organically. I love it.
So where can they get your bows?
On monosbows.com and Instagram, Facebook, all the social medias.
Mo Nose Bows.
Yeah.
And so is it spelled Mo, M-O?
M-O, nose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mo Nose Bows.
Now, let me just ask you this question, because I'm not a social media guy. I know it sounds bad, but I'm not. I know, but
we're working on
how
it.
did you figure it out? I didn't figure it out. How did you get involved in social media like that? Are you doing the posting? Are you teaching her how to maneuver online?
I'll do some. My husband does a lot of it, but the era of these kids, they are able to go in and just figure stuff out with social media and technology. So I don't think it was hard for her to do.
No, they grow up. As
Yeah.
soon as they're born, you hand
They
them a
learn
phone,
this.
they know how to turn it on,
Yes,
change the
scroll.
settings. It's amazing.
Yeah, I know. I'm bad.
And she
I'm
was
real
like
bad.
that actually from a child. She was able to get on the cell phone and start scrolling and behind stuff, and we like, what? Exactly.
But I get it from YouTube because I see a lot of people show their products on
Mhm.
social media and YouTube. So that's where I really like get it from
Mhm.
and stuff like that. So
Now, how old are you again?
I'm 10 years
10 years old. What do your friends say about this?
My friends are like really supportive. They like keep going when things are really tough for me. And they're like, ooh, we want to buy some. We want to support you. And I'm like, thank you. Thank you.
Great.
So what is your end game? How where do you want to see your goals? What do you want to do next?
Where I want to see my bows in? I want to see them at least in a mall because everybody goes there. Like any time of day, people will go to the mall. Anytime they will go to the mall. And I will kind of want them in, see a mall and I would say a shopping mart. Because some people love their kids, and so they would just go anywhere to just give their kids what they want and see what their kids would like. So I would suggest a mall and a store.
Impressive. So what do you want to do after this? I know you got your goals and stuff. Is there something else you're interested in outside of those? Or your next business venture at 10 years old, you could have like even a long time ahead of you.
Well, I want, wait, can you say that question?
What do you want to do next? Because you're 10 years old, you're going to have your boat empire. So once you get your boat empire established, what do you want to do next? What interests do you have?
My interests are like singing and dancing. So like when I get this whole impact and it keeps going well again and again, I would probably want to start a singing channel and stuff, but still show my bows to still have my business booming though. Always wear my bows when I'm doing stuff, so I will still want my bows to be showing in every project that I'm doing.
So she has the personality.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
She's the diva in the family.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm really, really proud of you. And I want to, again, let people know how can they find you, where can they buy your bows, and what's your price range for your bows?
Most of the bows they're not expensive. They range from $3.50 up to about $7.
Yeah.
We're trying to make them affordable.
Yeah, like the small ones are $3.50, the medium ones are $5, and the big ones would be like probably $5 or something.
And what's the number one seller?
The number one seller would probably be the Dazzle ones because a lot of people like to look like a rock star and like have all the glittery stuff on them, the sparkle stuff.
Yeah, that's
so they would
popular.
probably get that for their kids.
Do you think you have one that would work with Ezra?
Yeah, on my long hair, I'm just looking for
Bow tie. Win the bow tie. Win the bow tie.
Yeah, no, seriously, my daughter, she does gymnastics, and so they all have to wear, the hair competitions, things like that. So definitely want to give me a website information I'll send to her. I know my little girl, she's into all that stuff. I have my own little demons at home too.
Right,
so I know how expensive
right.
they are, Mom.
Yes, indeed.
Well, yeah, what an amazing story. I mean, we're just learning about your first venture, Maddie About Cakes, and now those bows. So really impressive family, girls that you have.
Yes, thank you. We've always been entrepreneurs, and even when we started having children and seeing the interest that they had, we were like, we want to teach them, to be business owners, that they have that option. Because some kids may not go to college, but, to start them early and learning about business and having a business and how to manage money, is important. So they have that option if they decide not to go to, the 4-year university.
And to have that opportunity was really great to at least have an opportunity to do something. Because once the opportunity is given to you and you choose it, that would, if you have an opportunity, you should choose wisely because you never know what it can do to your life because it can be successful or it could lead you in a bad path. But I'm not saying that to make you feel like, oh, I'm scared or something. But it can lead you in a lot of good paths through your life.
Well, that'll been a great path for you. And so well spoken.
Yeah, very, very impressive. And we're going to wrap up here, and I want to, again, thank you all, and very impressive fans for coming out. And I mentioned the giveaway, and in order to receive the giveaway, I wrote a book on how to budget your finances, set yourself up for success in running your household. Reason why, if you want to start your own business, if you have bad financial tendencies or habits in your personal finances, those bleed over into your business. So I want to make sure that you all that, we talked a lot of different topics, we had a lot of fun and a lot of jokes, but I want to really help you all get on the right path. So if you are interested in receiving my free ebook, you can text to 346-273-2001. Just text your email address and I'll email it to you. It's a 10-page, something quick, nothing that's going to be drawn out, but really give you the template that you need to have. Again, that number is going to be 346-273-2001 and receive a free copy of my ebook, Understanding Your Budget. Thank you very much. You all have a wonderful day. And again, it's been great having you here. You have been watching the Wealth and Legacy Show with Ezra Spear, lovely co-host, Ms. Marsha Song.